Fans, I am back. It's Anwar from the famous Anwar and Mawson. Now today, what I'd like to talk about is the fact that WWE Raw has moved from a 2-hour show to a 3-hour show, and I think this is absolutely huge news. The fact that they're changing this is a massive step in pro wrestling history. Now, which way will it go? Will it go forwards or will it go backwards? We all know what happened with WCW when they went to 3 hours. They started to taper off, and it was a huge blow to them. It was difficult for them to continually make this 3-hour show interesting. When you sit down and watch a 3-hour show, you need to really get the pacing right to keep people interested all the way through. Otherwise, people will just tune out. They'll flip the button over and they'll go, do you know what? Let's watch, I don't know, whatever else is on in America at that time. It's on at 2 a.m. in the UK, so there's nothing on over here, to be honest. But, yeah, so a 3-hour show. The important thing in this is whether the hour's going to come before Raw, which I believe that's what it is, or after Raw. If it's after Raw, there is not a chance I'm sitting up from 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. just to watch Raw. If it's 1 a.m. till 4 a.m, that's a little bit better because that gets me into Raw that bit earlier. By 2 a.m, I'm really tired. 1 a.m, I'm still sort of awake for. Well, I can be sort of awake for if I want to. But if I have to wait till 2 a.m, I'm always a bit tired. If they cut me in earlier, 1 hour, 1 a.m, I'm a bit more awake, I'm a bit more entertained when I get into Raw, so then by the time the end's come, I'm not too burnt out, whereas when I wait till 2 o'clock, I'm already tired, so then it drags and drags and drags, and I just want to go to bed. Important thing, though, is they've not said it's going to be just 3 hours of Raw. It could be a 1-hour pre-show. Now, that's what I hope that it is, and if it is a 1-hour pre-show, then I think this is a really good move, and I'll explain why. It could just be a show where Todd Grisham stands in front of a camera and says, oh, on tonight's Raw we're going to see this, and he interviews people, and people phone in and say, oh yeah, I can't wait for this, and I can't wait for this, or this guy sucks, or whatever, and they'll make it interactive. That's one of the things WWE were really pushing when they released the press release, saying, oh, this is going to be interactive, fans can choose matches, fans can choose stipulations, fans can help us with character development. That's going to be another really important thing. When they develop the character, how are we going to develop the characters? It's all going to be through social media, so there'll probably be votes online, like, for example, Brodus Clay wants Santino Marella to be his tag team partner. Should Santino be his tag team partner, or should he not? And then that will be the thing that they call character development, because then Santino may turn heel, or he may just run down and make the save, or whatever. It'll be that kind of thing. We'll be making matches. We won't be making matches. They'll be like, oh, do you want to see this match or do you want to see this match? And then we'll vote. They'll be making the matches and we just choose which one we'd rather see. Stipulations, again, they'll give us a few shitty stipulations like, oh, will it be a pillow fight or will it be a bunny fight? Oh, we're really interested in all that bollocks. Do I think this is a good move or a bad move? If it's wrestling, then if it's an extra hour of wrestling, then I don't really have an opinion on it, in complete honesty, because I don't think it'd be much different to what it is now. It'll burn us out more, that's true, but for the people saying that this could end pro wrestling, this could end the WWE, I don't buy into that, because Vince McMahon is smarter than that. He's smart enough to see that if his show is going down the shitter, that he'll say, no more 3-hour Raw, we're taking it back to 2 hours. There's not a chance WWE's going out of business anytime soon, and there's not a chance that this is going to put WWE out of business. I'm sorry, it's just not. That's not happening. It's not relevant. It's not a thing that could do this, in my opinion. You can say that about WCW, but there's so many other things that were involved in the downfall of WCW that's a totally different story. But the fact that WWE is going to 3 hours, even if it is an extra hour of wrestling, I think it would just be the same as it is now, with some good stuff on the show, some poor stuff on the show. It is a pain in the ass to sit through it as it is for 2 hours. Everyone's been saying that already. I'm going over old ground by saying that. But I don't think it'd be much different with 3 hours. There'll be filler stuff in there, there'll be good stuff in there, take it for what it is. Yeah, if it's a pre-show, then I'm really behind this, because I like the idea of a pre-show, and I really like the idea of the Todd Pettengill style of the pre-show, where he would he'd walk around the arena and he'd interview fans, and fans could phone in and he'd interview wrestlers, and he'd show video packages of what we're going to see on pay-per-views. If we're going to see that leading up to every single Raw, then excellent. it shows they put in more thought into the product, and hopefully with more thought into the pre-show and more stuff being more content being made to be put into that, then that will help develop the stuff that goes later on in the show. I believe that could be a good move. But if it's an hour of wrestling, then fair enough. Not too high on it. Not gonna shit all over it, but I'm just gonna keep my hands off, keep my fingerprints off it, basically. What do you guys think of it? I'm going to try and cut this video short. Oh, also, TNA Impact is going live throughout the summer. Now, I think that's a good idea. What my main problem with Impact is that it's taped, so it takes, and SmackDown is that it's taped. So it takes away from the excitement. It also, I don't bother watching it because I think to myself, if there was anything noteworthy that happened on it, I would have heard it by now. Someone would have read the spoilers, someone would have texted me, wrote on my Facebook, you know, something. If it was something that big had happened, something that exciting, then they would have told me. However, when it's a live show, then you feel like, wow, I can't miss this. I really want to watch this. And then somebody could return on a live show and it's a big deal. For example, Low Key. If Low Key returned to TNA on a live show, wow, I can't believe it. Low Key's returned out of nowhere. If Low Key returns on a tape show, it's just, oh, Low Key's back in TNA. Yeah, I'm not really that arsed. He's alright, but whatever. So that's the difference between a live show and a tape show, and I'm really behind it. Obviously, TNA do have other problems, but the excitement factor is a big issue, and that's why pay-per-views are so good, and that's why going to live events is so good, just because of the live issue, and you're like, wow, this is amazing, this is live, and this is better than if it was taped. So yeah, what do you guys think of it? What do you guys think of WWE going to 3 hours? What do you guys think of TNA going live? I think both are a good idea, to be honest, unless it's 3 hours of wrestling on Monday Night Raw, then that's, yeah. Yeah, like I always say, hit the subscribe button up above, please, if you like. Like or dislike down below, depending on if you like it or not. Comment, let me know what you think. Also, do me a favour, chuck it around social media, chuck it around Twitter. Let's be WWE. Hashtag Anwar and Mawson. Watch this video, peeps. Copy and paste, bam, send it out to everyone who's following you. Put it on your Facebook. With that, I'm out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.